realized today that the line of work that I chose to go into, meaning if you don't know me, then I work with kids. I realized today that I chose this line of work almost as a way to heal my inner child. Like, I chose to work with kids because not only do I get along well with kids, and I just feel like I resonate more with children than I do with fucking big people. I'm just really passionate about their upbringing, and them feeling loved and them feeling like, heard, that their feelings are valid, that, they're beautiful, they are talented, they're smart, whatever, like, I really love to pour into kids because that was never given to me. Like, that was never my reality. I never had someone there to tell me all these things. I was not told these things growing up. The only thing I might have been told was that I was smart. That's because I made good grades. Like, I didn't even work for those grades, for real. Like, I'm just not even like to brag about it or anything, but like naturally gifted. There are some kids who are just naturally gifted academically, and that's just what I was. I wasn't like working for those grades or trying to make good grades. I just did because I knew that if I didn't, I'd get in trouble, so it wasn't even like, it was like negatively reinforced for me to make good grades. But it just came effortlessly to me, so that just made it better, I guess. I don't know. But outside of that, I was never really uplifted. Often I was shushed, actually. I was never, made to feel any kind of way as far as like being special goes or important, and I just don't want that for future children. I don't want it for my future kids. I don't want it for y'all future kids. I don't want it for anybody's kids. My previous position I took, literally when they asked like, oh, why'd you want this job or why are you here? I literally say it's because children are the future. And it sounds very cliche to say, but it's the truth. Your little people are one day going to be big people who have to function, who have to know how to navigate life. And the reason why it's on my mind is because I still deal with so much trauma that I experienced as a kid, like to the point where I'm questioning God. Like, how do I heal this? Like, how do I cope with this? Like, what is the solution? Because I've done so much shadow work, you know what I'm saying? And I know that it will never really truly end, but damn, like at 26, like I'm still crying because I didn't have two parents. You know what I'm saying? I'm still crying because I wasn't nurtured emotionally. I'm still crying because my family's broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things still affect me and haunt me at this age. And it's a miracle I can record this video right now because earlier today I was a fucking mess. Like, I was a mess. I could not record nothing. And I don't know, like, I'm just real passionate about that. So like, if you have kids, like, first of all, understand that your kids are a blessing. Everybody can't have kids. You know what I'm saying? And know that your kids are more than props. They're more than dress up dolls. And that one day these kids are going to have to know how to function in society. You can't, parents love to say, oh, when you have kids, speak on it then. Like, I feel like I can speak now because I work with them and I see what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a first-hand witness to these new kids. And a lot of these kids are just very unhinged. A lot of these new kids will lose their fucking minds if you take their tablet away, take their switch away, take the phone away. They'll go fucking berserk. And I'm not saying all kids are like this, but I am noticing an increase of just giving kids tablets, you know what I'm saying, and letting them play on that shit. And I get it. You want them to calm down. You don't want to hear them cry. Like, nobody wants to hear their kid cry. But at the same time, like, teach them how to emotionally regulate. You know what I'm saying? How to regulate their emotions, how to do different things to bring themselves back to center. Learn what grounds them. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to them, their movements, their actions, what they're saying, how they're acting. Like, pay attention to that and then nurture that. Like, don't just give them a tablet because you want them to shut the fuck up. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand. Like, I get it. Being a parent is very stressful. Like I said, I ain't got kids, but I work with them. It's stressful, especially when you got 30 little people in your face yelling at you like, what's up? So, like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really do. But at the same time, like, kids require just a different level of patience. And if you don't have that, stop fucking having kids, bro. Stop. Y'all are raising kids who are depressed, who are suicidal, who want to bring guns to school, who want to threaten everybody's safety, who want to fight all the fucking time, who want to fight teachers, who want to yell back at you, who want to talk shit to their family and stuff. Like, lonely, depressed ass kids, anxiety ridden ass kids, kids who want to vape, kids who want to pop pills and shit. Like, damn. You know, like, I get it. We don't get to, honestly, let me take that back. I was going to say we don't get to choose when we get pregnant or not, but every time you lay down and have sex with somebody, you're taking that risk. Protection or not, birth control or not, you're taking that risk every single time you lay down to have sex with somebody. So, as cliche as it is, I know you want to fuck, but, like, think of somebody else that's not you, i.e. a future possible child that may come of this interaction. You know what I'm saying? Think about that shit before you lay down with some nigga you don't even know. Like, let's really think about it. Let's care more about what we bring into the world, about, you know, how our children are eventually going to operate and be in this world. Like, what you gonna be doing? Like, your kid gonna be 20 years old, you gonna give him a tablet, shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Like, because they can't emotionally regulate, because they don't know what the fuck to do, so they like turn into drugs and shit because they're just so whatever. And I'm not judging nobody, I'm speaking from experience, because I grew up one of those anxiety-ridden, depressed ass, lonely ass kids who just felt like nobody in the world could ever possibly understand me. Nobody could ever like me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm this, that, and the third. Like, I was influenced by people around me because my own family wasn't, you know, reinforcing anything for me. Like, I was never uplifted. I was never told these different things. And I know how it has affected me, how I've leaned on marijuana. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been an alcoholic, but I've heavily leaned on marijuana to cope with so much shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, unhealthy things. Fucking eating, you know what I'm saying? Like, eating is one of my things too. Like, I'm gonna eat something that makes me feel good. You know, like, I do that sometimes. It's not good. Like, it's not good. Like, I had to learn how to emotionally regulate myself without causing myself harm or bringing myself pain or, you know, whatever. I had to learn how to do that because I didn't know how to do that. And I'll be asking God, like, why did I have to experience all this? Like, why do I have to deal with all this pain and trauma? And I'm a spiritual person, so I know all the pain that I experience isn't even just from this lifetime. It's from generations and generations and generations of my family. You know what I'm saying? Of people that I have never even met before. You know, like, I'm dealing with they shit too. Like, to break the cycle, to move on, to create something more positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, something that's long lasting, something that's not faulty, something that is strong, you know? So the next time you lay down to fuck somebody, unless you are homosexual, y'all get a pass because y'all can't impregnate each other. So if you're a heterosexual, the next time you lay down with someone, consider the fact that a kid might come from this. And am I ready to have a fucking child? And do I want one with this person? What kind of person is this? Has this person shown me that they will be a good mother or father to my child? If a child were to come from this, we have to think about our kids more. We have to think about them more. We have to. We really have to. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I'm real tired of seeing, yeah, I might get a lot of backlash for this, and I know you can't make somebody stay in your life, but I'm really tired of seeing kids being raised by one parent. Bro, again, not judging, experience. I know what it's like to not have both parents in the home. I know the effects that it has caused for me. I know what I still deal with to this day because of that fact. Because there was just no one else there. And the one person who was there had to work to provide. So there was no emotional nurturing. There was none of that shit. It was more just, you know, we gotta survive. And I'm not mad. We do gotta survive, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I'm not as healthy as I could be mentally and emotionally because of my parents' decisions. I love everybody. I'm about to say I love my parents, but my dad, I mean, shit. I mean, I love him, but I can't, that's the most I can say for him, because what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. But, you know, think about your children, please. Just think about them.